How's everybody doing today? It's New Year's Eve. Where I'm at, it's a new day. It's a wonderful blessing to be able to experience this once again. Made it through another year, and I'm glad all of you guys are here to be able to share that with me as well. Um, Going forward to this new year, we all have a lot of things we're looking up to, and I wanted to share this with you guys as a gift for your new year, your new future, your new goals, and everything. Most of us go through life living unhappy moments and just going through trials and obstacles and not understanding why. With this video, I'm going to share with you guys why it is that we can't reach our full potential, what's holding us back, and what we can do about it. I'm going to give a few examples, a few written examples, and I'm going to show you guys something crazy. Just pay attention. Rewind again if you have to watch it over to understand it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave me a comment, send me a message, and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Check this out. When we're born, this is us, right? This right here is our aura, God's divine protection. We all grow with it. Things in life cause us to lose it, and I'm going to explain how. I'm going to draw a timeline. Sorry for my straight line. When we're born, there's a spot right here. As we're going through life, some people experience some type of traumas, bad things, bad situations, abuse, etc. So for example, let's say someone has a traumatic experience at the age of 9. That could be abuse by a parent, school, etc. It could be an accident. It could be a death in the family. Similar things. This happens around age 9 years. Our aura, our God's divine protection starts to get affected. Every time we're impacted with something like these and others as well. So now using stick figures, depending on what happened, let's say you were being abused, you were in an accident with the abuser, and the abuser dies. This is just an example. All of these are type of traumatic experience. The result might be PTSD, anxiety, and mental illness. All of these are bad for us. So our aura gets affected. There's an open space. We live in a spiritual world. There's no way around it. We do live in a spiritual world. You can see it as negative energies, negative entities, lower energies, etc. So when these things happen, there's the spirit of abuse, there's the spirit of death, the spirit of trauma, the spirit of anxiety, which is fear, the spirit of mental illness. Mental illness to me doesn't exist. It's just a confusion of information. Anxiety is fear. You fear something, the body expresses it as anxiety. Overcome this, anxiety doesn't exist. This has an impact in your subconscious mind. This affects your heart, this affects your mind, and this affects your body. Okay, so everything is affecting us in so many ways. So as we're crawling through life at 9 years, you have some of these all attached to this opening right here. Let's say they keep going through life now, they're thinking, they're reacting with this that they possess, unaware of it, because they're kids and no one comes to teach us about these things. As they're growing up in school, they become rebels. From the age of 12 to maybe 15, they start becoming super rebels. All of this stuff starts to pop out because now they can start making more sense as an adult mind would, and there's just so many things that they can research nowadays. Things start to happen. Let's say down the line they have another impacting accident. And this time they were behind the wheel. Here, again, The spirit is affected when we have accidents, if you're conscious of it. I was in one myself, and when I was about to crash, I was head on with another one. My reaction was that life of me, that force, that energy that I'm throwing out there, again, is a part of my protection of my aura. So now I'm less. Consider yourself here being 100%. I got affected here probably 30%. Here I was affected maybe 25%, etc. Right? So I'm kind of almost halfway. I'm affected. My being is affected. Now I grew up, I'm an 18-year-old, maybe 18 to 25. 18 to 25. Now this person right here, with the aura as affected as it is, in the subconscious mind again, everything keeps attaching. One thing I forgot to mention, when these experiences happen, a part of you, that aura that's missing, that innocent part of you stays behind the lifeline. This right here is this missing piece. Stays behind. Another experience, another you, missing, left behind, and another you, missing, left behind, and you get the idea. These yous still exist. These are the traumatized spirits, the traumatized spirit in you, the energy field that's affected throughout your life. So when you're in this age, you got all these things presenting to you in your life, and this right here is all destruction energy. Negative entities, illness, stress, you name it. Everything just starts to attach to you. This person at this age does not make wise decisions, right? They can't. Even if they try, they're using probably 60% of their mind. All the other 40% is affected negative energy. It's mental problems, mental issues, drug use, etc. They can't make sense here. They're trying to have a family, trying to be happy, and the list goes on and on, right? But they can't. They fail. And then what happens when they fail, or they lose their relationship, they lose their job, their aura becomes less. Again, this is going to cause anger, maybe resentment, stress, worry. I'm going to just use those for now. So now, this individual here has all of this over here, and now all of these on him. No matter how loving that person may be, no matter how caring that person may be, they cannot respond with a full heart. They cannot respond with a full mind because they're out of their energy field the way it should be. Let's say this person keeps going through life and gets into another negative situation. For example, let's say he gets beaten up. It happened to me once. I went through a lot of physical pain and things like that, which is fine, didn't matter. But it did affect my subconscious mind. So now I'm at a 30%. I'm at a 30% individual. This person that got his ass whooped, that innocence in him that wasn't able to protect himself stays behind. This right here also stays behind. We're leaving pieces of us in the past. So now I had to deal in this situation with probably loneliness. And now I'm having doubts of protection from God. Why did he let this happen? Why did this and that? And betrayal. Again, anger is a spirit, resentment is a spirit, stress, worry is a spirit, loneliness is a spirit, protection is just something different, and betrayal is the spirit of betrayal. So all of these attached to this young fella right here. You know, so now he's got all this negative energy field. He's still walking through life, he's praying to God, he's doing everything he wants to do, everything he thinks he has to do, but he's only using 30%. You tell me who gets results, good results out of 30%. You can't. So now this person, he already lost his job, he lost his family, couldn't make one, grew up a bad person. Now he's really, really into the drug use. Right here, this little piece of aura disappears, all because of drugs and sexuality, lust, spirit. Now the difference is that all of these being spirits, everything now has 100% of you. All of them together. All of these little lines are like little negative demonic leeches attacked you. All of them, all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. Now this person right here is evil. If they become evil, I'm going to put a 666 just for an example. This person right here is an evil person now. Because God doesn't exist in his life. He rejected God. He rejected church. Rejected his family. Rejected his job. Rejected his body. Rejected everything because of this right here. The drugs just numb you. Forget about who you are. So now this person is walking through life basically as a living demon. You know, a living demon. Right? He's got little horns. He has no purpose anymore. He doesn't care. He's just upset at everyone, wants everyone to feel the way they feel. You know, unaware what happened to his life. You know, so now this person, again radiating with all these negative leeches, energy fields, etc., presents itself as a bad person anywhere you go. You try to see a family member, you can't even talk to them because all they do is take everything negative. You're at work with this certain individual and everything they do is negative. They're always in a bad mood. Every time you see them, they put you down, or they're always putting down, they're bullying people. It's the bad family member at home that's always upset. She doesn't want to sleep. She's always being very fussy. Or the brother that's always using drugs, the brother that's in and out of prison, the sister that's sleeping around. Everyone has their own thing. I place no judgment on anyone, but it starts to happen and it happens to all of us. No one is innocent. Simple as that. Normally, one thing I've seen God do in my life, when this happens, we have another very, very traumatic moment. With me, all of this stuff, how when I ended up here, I had a very bad torture. Again, that itself, this right here has the spirit of fear, worry, again, loneliness, what else? Pain was the main one. I'm a very stubborn, used to be a very stubborn, hard-headed person. Not anymore. Because when this happened right here, when this stuff happened right here, I regained a piece of myself. You know, I regained it because I saw, to me in this, when I died, I saw God. I had that all celestial experience. So I got to see some stuff. This is why I'm able to show this. You know, so this aura started to exist with all these spirits attached to me as well. After this, I had an understanding of my life has a purpose. My life has a purpose, and I wonder what it is. You know, when I decided to accept the fact that my life has a purpose, I started to forgive myself and ask for forgiveness. And that's how you're able to gain back your aura, your energy field, God in you and everything, by forgiveness. Forgiveness is the #1 tool. You can't go without it. So I start forgiving myself. Even though I'm doing something different because I'm aware, does not mean all of this does not exist. It does exist. All this negativity is still there. It does exist. But now I know that some things are not right. Some things are not wrong. So you start coming to the understanding as you're growing up. You might do some research. You might read books. You might do fasting. You might meditate. Whatever the case may be, it's like I always tell people: if you're having a lot of trouble, a lot of problems, sit down and start to learn about yourself. Plain silence. Just listen to yourself. See what happens. See what's it trying to tell you. So make this a little bit longer. I'm aware, and I'm a 50-50 right here. 50%. That's funny. I'm at a 50%. I'm aware of things now because I forgave myself. When I'm here, as you become more aware, your aura starts to progress on itself. Obviously, abuse, everything that's going on here starts to affect our body without this protection as illness. It could be a headache, it could be a stomach ache, it could be pain, whatever the case may be. Fear affects the heart, worry affects your heart, your brain, loneliness affects your heart, the pain affects your body. Then we start going to the doctor and they start giving us these pills and all this other nonsense. It's just a band-aid for the wound. Why is the wound there? What is the wound? The affected aura, the affected energy field. The good you is affected. So you're still walking through life, you're aware of these things. This individual right here, has been doing some research, has been seeking God, has been fasting. Whatever this individual is doing to better himself is helping him out. So now he starts to understand, she starts to understand how every single thing has affected its life. It comes to an acceptance stage. You know what? I messed up. I wasn't supposed to do this. I wasn't supposed to do that. What an idiot. Whatever the case may be. Don't feel bad for accepting things you did wrong. If we don't do wrong, we can't grow. I'm not saying go and do wrong, but take it easy on yourself. We're not perfect, and that's fine. So I'm going to use here myself as an example. Why is Albert always so angry? Why is he always doing this, doing that, and telling people off, and just doing the crazy shit? Why is this guy like such a troublemaker, right? I myself didn't know. I knew what I was doing, but I don't know why, you know? And when we're going through this life right here, everything starts producing itself like a problem, an obstacle, and we get to the point where when we're here, why does everything have to happen to me? I'm barely getting out of this, I'm going into another problem, and everything I do is wrong. I always get the worst luck. Don't take it too hard on yourself. It's not your fault. I'm going to get to that right now. So I'm like, okay, I have stomach issues, stomach knots, ulcers, etc. I start learning about myself. I come to the understanding that it has to deal with anger. You know, anger has affected me in so many ways. It ruined relationships. It ruined relationships with my family, work. You name it. Anger ruins everything. It was starting to destroy my body. Didn't understand why. Just a bunch of medication. Wasn't working out. What the hell is it, right? So I had an epiphany right here. That was probably at the age of 26. That epiphany did this to me. Just woke me back up, and I felt like 1,000%. Not 100, 1,000. This moment right here allowed me to realize how everything, absolutely everything, had to be a part for me to get to this higher understanding, to this higher vibration, you know? And I was able to heal myself from the ulcers. I was able to heal myself from absolutely everything that was harming me. Everything that was harming me, I was able to get rid of it. Awareness is the most important thing that we have to use. Being ignorant kills you. It kills you. Do what you have to do to learn. Keep learning. Life keeps showing us so many things in every single way. But we're too occupied with our cell phones. We're too occupied with our family. We're too occupied with work, with friends. For me, just put everything aside. Focus on everything God is showing you. It's lovely if you start to pay attention. So one thing that I had to do throughout all of this is understand the spirit of abuse and all of these spirits individually. I had to understand them in order to beat them. It's like in a football game. In order to beat the other team, you have to study individually every team member, their plays, the way they move, how fast, all of that. Same thing with these demons. I had to do it. You guys don't have to, but I had to. How does this demon use sexuality? How does it use the drugs? Let's, for example, like I will take a drug and then you get horny and then you get lustful and then you feel lonely and then you want to go betray your other half or whatever the things may be. If you're angry and you have resentment and you're stressed and you're worried, it becomes fear. Fear can turn to hurting other people and doing just so many things. Like everything is just out of order. This is chaos. God knows it. The devil knows it and he uses it against us. But there's people like me. There's other people out there that come to this point in their life and explain this to you guys so you guys can be set free from that. Okay. So once I'm here, like I said, I individually found everything out. And then I was able, the main thing that God puts us here on this earth to is the main goal is to receive love. Nothing more. Love and forgiveness. The two main things. Once you're here with an understanding, how do you bring back this individual that stayed behind? It's pretty difficult in a way, but just trust the process that God is with you and he will bring it back. Here, because this epiphany right here is not going to last forever. It's not. It's up to us now. Now, right here, we're aware. We're aware of this now. We're aware of it. You guys are here now. You guys are aware, right? But now it's up to us to maintain at this level. In Christianity, they call it being reborn, and maybe other religions have it as well. This is being reborn, but now it's up to us to decide how we want to live life. What are we going to do? You know what love is. You saw it, you felt it in the accidents, etc. Once you get to this point, fear goes away, worry goes away, loneliness, all of this stuff goes away because now you want to help yourself. You're trying to love yourself. You're not trying to hurt yourself. If you're feared, you're going to end up taking some medications. If you're worried, you're going to get stressed. You're going to get depressed. If you feel pain, and then this goes on and on. You know what? I cannot take this. What can I do? I can meditate. I can take CBD that helps with a lot of these things. And when you start taking care of yourself, your aura gets protected. At night, when you go to sleep, ask God to rejuvenate your aura by forgiving to Him anything you have done. Forgiveness will just basically polish this. Forgiveness, but you have to do it from the heart. You can't just pray and just, oh God, please. No. Do it from the heart and this will keep on itself. Because we're here and because we got all of this and we do live in a spiritual world, we're at war now. But God's divine protection always wins. Love and forgiveness always wins and it overcomes everything else. So now with this conscious mind, you have to decide to let this go. All of this, you have to decide to let it go. This is what's called a past trauma. Generational curses. Information that we possess in our blood, in our nervous system is a generational curse that we suffer, that we don't have to because it's not ours. And that's what I tell a lot of people. Don't suffer curses that don't belong to you. Just because they were handed down to you doesn't mean they're yours. Do something about them. The blood of Jesus Christ works. You don't have to believe me. Just try it and see what God has to offer you. There's a purpose for everything, and Jesus Christ was the purpose to break this stuff. He breaks curses with His holy blood. He paid the price for it. So when you go back to the situation, you know what? I was abused, sexually abused. My father left me. Someone died. My family member, my sister, etc. Whatever it is, once you come back and say, you have to come back and you're going to meet that young boy, that young girl. You're going to go speak to yourself in the past. This is just a mental thing through meditation, through prayer, and say, you know what, Jennifer, it's okay what you went through because now you understand that this had to happen for you to come to this understanding, So it's okay. Follow me. Just come with me. forgive the situation, everything is okay, and I'm here to help you. If that part of you is willing to go back, this thing again starts getting even more power. Good power, right? Better protection. Better protection. Now you have to come back over here. When you were 12 to 15, you started going into drugs and doing all of this because you didn't understand why your parents left you. You don't understand why you were abused. So there was a lot of misunderstanding here. Again, you come back, you look for yourself, and you speak to that kid. You know what, bro? It's okay that you messed up when you were in school. It's okay that people would talk down to you. It's okay that your parents left you. It's okay that you were using drugs. You didn't know any better. You didn't know any better. And I'm just here to let you know that it was okay, man. At the end, it worked out, bro. Like, it worked out, girl. Like, we can do this. We can do this. Motivate yourself and bring yourself back. You know, and that protection gets better. This protection right here that gets stronger is going to protect you from evil spirits, from evil entities, and negative memories. It's going to protect you. You know, because it's the divine protection of the aura, the Holy Spirit. This is the fire possesses. It's a flame. So here, in this stage right here, is where forgiveness really takes on. If you don't forgive, this little power starts to go away, and then things start to get out of hand. So when you come to this understanding here, you have to keep walking life aware of all of these situations. This is not going to happen in a day or two. It takes years. I'm not going to lie. It does take years. It takes months. But work at it. Work at it because you're going to become a better human being. You're going to fulfill your purpose. We all have a destiny here in this world. Don't know why. Out of all the teachings I've learned, out of all the testimonies I've heard, death situations, these two things are the most important things. So focus on this. Don't focus on being happy. Just be happy every day by loving and forgiving everything around you, everything in your life, and especially forgiving yourself. You do this, you're going to become a very powerful person. A very, very powerful person, a very knowledgeable person. Your job's going to be better, your opportunities, your goals, your future, everything's just going to change for you. So take this understanding to your new year. You know what? I got to work on myself in a certain way. I didn't know this kind of stuff existed. All my life, I've been trying to figure it out. What is this? What did I do to deserve this and go through all of these problems? You know what? I got you. We had to go through this stuff. And it's okay because every single problem, every obstacle is bringing us closer to our purpose. No matter what it is. No matter what it is, it's getting us closer to our purpose. You know? So start focusing on living the purpose. Don't try to understand how, don't try to understand why, but just keep working on getting this stronger. Every day. When you're trying to get rid of fear, fearful situations might pop up in order for you to develop this. It's not going to be given to you. God's not going to come and heal you. That's what I always tell people. You can pray to God all you want. God's not going to come out of the clouds and be like, oh, I heal you. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not that it can't. It just doesn't work that way because God gave us free will to do within ourselves. I was able to heal myself with the God-given power that He gave me. If I did it, anyone else can do it. It's just, God gives us a lot of knowledge, but we don't seek it. We don't look for it. We don't ask for it, right? You know? And it's like if you're having, if you're being depressed, right? You're being depressed. God, please take this depression away from me. Why would He do that? How did you earn that? Who are you to just call out God? You know, just do this for me, do this for me. What have you done for God? What sacrifices have you done for God? Like, what price have you paid? God doesn't just give us everything in our hand. It doesn't work that way. We're here with a spiritual purpose to mature and develop who we are. So instead of God, take this depression away from me, God, help me understand why I'm depressed. It's impossible to know about God, love Him, and serve Him, and have Jesus Christ in your life and be depressed. It's impossible. One thing I needed to mention for this drug use, you guys want to stop using drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. When this individual here, when you're like this is 100%. When you're serving God and you're working for Him, you're being grateful with everything you are, you pray to Him and everything, it's impossible for negative, because this is just a negative spirit. That's all it is. They're negative spirits. Negative spirits. So that's how I got rid of addiction. How can a negative spirit of addiction and drugs be in me if I'm serving God and I'm worshiping God? Both of them cannot be in the same place. So focus on God to overcome all of these. Just do it. Just pray. When the temptation comes, just pray. You got this. You can do it. Remember, temptations God gave us so that we can overcome them. And only going to give us what we can handle. So let's start using the facts to get there. You know, let's start using the facts. I want all of you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed year. Look forward to everything that you can, and look for the best in you. Study yourself, study yourself, study yourself. You know, right now, I'm here at 31, and I feel like I'm on fire. Because I know this stuff, you know, and I want to teach you guys. Like I said, any guys, you have any questions, any more understandings, understand everything we go through is so that we can become a lot better. You know, so forgive yourself, forgive those who hurt you, find yourself, bring it back, and start walking a holy life. Not a perfect one, but at least a holy one, understanding that we all have a purpose, and don't be so hard on yourself. Forgive yourself and love everyone. Again, Happy New Year to everyone, and may everyone be blessed. I'm very blessed, very, very blessed. You guys have an amazing night. Keep it safe. Watch out with them bullets up in the sky. Have fun, y'all. God bless you.